Good morning. We're going ahead forward with some of the engine swap series. We're doing the EK Civic this morning, the Type R. Right away, I haven't driven these cars. I just finished putting all the performance parts on them and doing the engine swap. So the black one is the K swap. The white one is the factory B motor. Right away, you can see that it's adding about 100 pounds to the car, and it's not a huge horsepower gain. So it's 100, 120, 130, and the performance points, for the same reason, haven't really changed all that much. So let's see what we feel on the track. One of the other things I noticed while building it is the K-swap Civic allowed for a anti-lag system to be installed, and the factory motor did not. I don't really like front-wheel drive cars, so let's see how this thing feels. Nice little pop there on the R32, that looked good. I haven't driven this track in a while, and I'm not thinking they're going to have rain. It's a 3-lap race, and it's one of the earlier series races. I think they're recommending like a 550 performance point. I usually just look for a 3-lap race that allows the car that we're working with. The car's actually handling really well. It's not overpowered. It's pulling without too much torque steer that I'm noticing anyway. I geared it out to hit, I think right around 170 miles an hour. It was 280 on the kilometer. I don't know if it'll really assist too much with this car, but I don't want to be held back by the transmission. One of the first reviews I did on these cars, the swapped variant just crushed the transmission. Like, you ran out of gear right away. I'm liking this thing way more than I thought I would. I've been kind of dreading these front-wheel drive cars. Like, if they didn't force me to run them, I don't run them. right around the 2-minute mark. The car's predictable. I mean, it's predictable. It feels balanced. I got no complaints about this thing, even with it front wheel drive. I don't know what's going to happen when we swap engines. I'm expecting it to be much torqueier, even though it doesn't have a huge horsepower gain. It's going from I think what started as a 1.5 liter to a 2 liter. And I think we'll see that in the torque. They've both been bored and stroked, so I don't know quite where they're at now. I think this ended up around 1.7 liters. Okay, pushed a little hard there. This motor allows also for the high compression heads, or not compression, or high compression pistons. So you could build an NA build on this pretty easily, and possibly get a slight advantage there. I don't know if that advantage of getting the high compression pistons would be close enough to compensate on just taking the turbo off of the 2 liter. But it does have that difference. So our second lap was the fastest, right at the 2-minute mark. We have a pretty easy benchmark to pay attention to there. Let's go take a look at the power curve and swap cars, compare them, and take the K-swap out. See how she's doing. That's pretty. It's somewhat peaky, pretty linear. The 199 torque. That's what I'm expecting to be more substantial in the K-swap. But let's take a look. And where did we end up on displacement? It's 1675. Okay, this one ended up at 2041, so not as much of a gain from stroking and boring it, but and there you go, double the torque almost. So even though the horsepower gain isn't huge, that torque is going to make a difference. Plus the torque curve is very flat, which has a lot of room underneath it, so we're going to be in that 400 torque pretty regularly. I mean, after we get off that initial launch, I mean, I wish they had the RPMs, like, the numbers spread out a little bit more, because it's kind of hard to tell where you're at. I mean, you can see it peaks around, I don't know, that could be 7,500, that could be, I have no idea where that is, 7,500, 8,000, it's hard to tell. So I wish they had a little bit more of an incremental display of the RPM, so you could really figure out where you need to be shifting and that sort of thing. So 2 minutes is the time to beat. If you get a sub 2-minute lap, we'll be in good shape. I expect this to have a lot more torque steer. say right away it feels more challenging to drive. It feels a little less balanced. I'm talking about 100 pounds, so I don't know that it's you know, it's not a huge difference. It's a lot more willing to break the front end loose. Got on it a little bit there, and the car just oh, that's not good. But once I throttled up in that corner, the car just started pushing. So you got to be a little bit more mindful. The factory motor kind of did what it was told, even if you were getting on the accelerator. Little nudge there. And we're out of gear. Car definitely pulls a whole lot harder. Kind of surges out of the corners. I don't think we'll have any trouble beating that 2-minute mark. So the car is more of a handful to drive, but it's not ruined either. I'm not sure what it is, but the, I mean, this is a Civic, but with it being a Type R, it feels a little special to me, you know? And there's a part of me that likes the factory motor in it just because of that. But this is a much quicker car, much torqueier. because of that, there's more room for growth too. So like, it's harder to keep it neat and tidy in the corners, because when you get on the throttle, it starts pushing, and there's a lot of room left on the table there for better lap times, and it was still, you know, almost 5 seconds quicker, 4.5. So it's a good car. I don't know, man. I would almost say that the factory engine's more of an enjoyable car to drive. But if you're looking for an all just strictly for speed, that is way faster. I mean, you're running out of gear in the top gear versus having space left on the table when you're getting to that back stretch and the front stretch. But it's not dramatic. It's not a dramatic difference to where one is way better than the other. I mean, this is definitely better, and it doesn't ruin the car. But the factory motor just kind of felt like the car was more planted and more ready for whatever you're going to throw at it, even though you're 4 seconds behind. But anyway, I hope you have a great day and take care.